side, choosing an alternate route to actually make this flagpole. You usually see people pushing right through the middle, but you do often see him coming around that side sometimes as well.
Yeah, Anguish getting a nice two-piece there as he's going for the third on MLX, who is top platform at the minute, but not managed to pick him up, so he's sort of counted his losses and gone back to the middle. Dunk's cleaning up his mess, and that was briefly 3 down for apeX, but they have come back strong there, getting 2 down off the denied team. Anguish and Farley left alive.
Oh, MiniQ in a spot of trouble. He has taken a lot of damage, somehow didn't die though, and is he going to be able to pick up this kill? Yes, he did. He actually managed to take out Anguish. I completely missed that. Manages to push on top platform, uncontested, and he's going to get set up in a really good position to support his team as they make this flagpole.
Yeah, Quick is pushing straight down that middle, unfortunately getting taken out by Anguish on the flag. Farley picking up MLX, and that is 2 down for apeX, as Deny managed to finally get some kills and hopefully try and push apeX back a little bit. But MiniQ is pushing down that left-hand side, but Deny are actually pulling that flag now. MiniQ is just going to hide around the enemy spawn area. Oh no, he's not. He's pulling that flag away towards the cage-hand side as well.
And as before, guys, if you aren't already, please follow this stream. It does help out the actual streaming itself, and means, you know, when more games are actually cast on here, you guys will be able to see it. If you can follow as well the actual Vanity Twitter, it's @team_Vanity. And again, just support esports in general and just help all the communities grow. It really does help.
Well, it means that Vanity can actually put on these amazing tournaments, and MiniQ has done ever so well to pull that flag there. Feels slightly bad on Deny, I must admit, but apeX actually went 3 down. MiniQ pulled the flag away and managed to get at the cap. Unfortunately there for Deny, as both teams had actually pulled that flag, but means that apeX are going into the second side of this TTF in the lead with a 1 flag deficit.
Yeah, it's going to be a 1 flag difference between these two teams in favour of apeX. I've just quickly brought up the score. Hold on, let's switch over teams first. That'd make more sense. And I'm going to be watching Dunks as I bring up that scoreboard, and he does a 360, probably more like a 720. But yes, let's see who the standout players have been so far. I mean, we can only really base this sort of stuff off kill-death ratio, which doesn't always paint the true picture for capture the flag. But you can see Anguish and Grizzly doing absolutely brilliantly for the team at the moment, whereas MiniQ, he's not having the best of games.
No, unfortunately not, which is something that we don't actually see too often from MiniQ. He played so well on the lockdown CTF, perhaps just had a bad side. We'll see how he does on this side. Quicky getting a nice kill there on Dunks. Farley trying to take out Tap out, but unfortunately getting the better of him. And this is leaving Anguish to defend his flag.
Yeah, and he's got to do just that. He has just sat down right next to it with his SMG. Teammates are respawning though to help him support that, and he should be okay from here on in. Yeah,
he was just killing a bit of time there, just making sure that he didn't actually do anything stupid. Grizzly taking out MLX there, and a 2-piece there from Grizzly, taking out MLX and MiniQ as Deny try and push up. Remember, they are actually trailing by 1 flag. Grizzly getting 3 kills in quick succession there. Farley stalking out Tap Out, who is on this left-hand side. Remember that Bootleg has that favourable left-hand side spawn.
Ooh, Anguish finally manages to take out MLX. It's like a 360 drop shot chasing him right round. He's going to be making a push on this flag though. He's thinking that someone's going to be around there, so I'm not sure what sensitivity that is, but it's extremely high.
That is extremely high. That is sort of French player high, that.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, he has been stunned by his own teammates by the look of things. Anguish just trying to pull this flag up, and that is hard to watch, I'm not going to lie, with that sensitivity. I personally play on 3, and that is so high. Farley getting a 2-piece on top middle there. That may have actually just enabled Anguish to get across that side. Dunks managing to pick up that flagpole there on MLX, and that is going to be a flag cap there, so that brings us all square, all tied up here. Deny versus apeX.Divinely.
Deny are right back into this game after it looking like it was going to be a shutout, a 3-0 win against them. And Farley again, extremely high sensitivity. It's weird because like if I play on anything 4 or higher, I really struggle. I'm so used to 3. I'm like you, Gooch.
Yeah, I just can't cope with high sensitivity.
Let's keep watching Farley anyway as he pushes over top platform. Stun's covering him. He's actually the last one alive now, and he's got to make the decision whether he continues this push, tracks back, or gets in the corner and sets up to cut the flag carrier off.
Yeah, he's clearly just decided that it's better just to pull back towards the flag just to make sure anybody coming through perhaps was expecting a flag pull, and that route down that left-hand side is what he went to cover. Looks like apeX were going for a spawn trap before they tried anything. They knew that perhaps Farley, they didn't know where he was, so they thought, yeah, we'll just get the other 3 down again before we give ourselves a nice 7.5 second head start with only 1 player left to kill. But Grizzly there picking up a 2-piece. So they are able to push out once again.
Yep, I'm going to be watching Dunks now. He's just next to Chickens, having a little bit of trouble deciding which way he wants to push, but eventually chooses to go through the middle. He's just going to pre-aim here, expecting someone to push through that mid-corridor, but now that he knows that no one is around there, he's going to make this push.
Oh, unfortunately, as soon as he turned to the left, he got shot in the back there by Quickie. Now, that wasn't exactly the route that you expect an ACR to run on this map. Sorry, I've called him an ACR. I did mean an AR. But it's just so
it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing nowadays.
Let's watch Dunks, though, as he is using ACR as well. Interestingly, as well, using frags, which is not something you see too much by competitive players.
No, not in recent times anyway, because I think the frags are not as strong as the Semtex. Now, I do personally prefer the frag, but because the Semtex is so quick and easy to throw sometimes, and I don't know if it's just me, but it seems to do more damage. It's just there ready, and because you can get it off so quick, it's more likely to benefit you.
Yeah, let's continue watching the final moments of this game with 45 seconds left on the clock. The scores are still tied. Minikyu playing extremely defensively despite this tied score, and we may be seeing an overtime here.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, I think personally it will actually go to stopwatch now, with there only being 30 seconds left on that clock. So don't forget, guys, that this is currently tied at 2-2 on flags across the two sides. Grizzly doing absolute work for his teammates. 20 seconds left. Farley's going to try and pull this flag. He is double stunned. I don't think he's going to be able to pull that through.
No, he's not going to be able to. Oh, he has made this push, though.
Oh, Anguish as well.
Oh,
There's only Quickly left alive. He's running straight through that middle. He's going to get on his flag with 3 seconds left, and he has pulled it. Deny have taken the map, and you know that apeX will not be happy with that. That was very nice play there.
Wow. Okay, so I wasn't expecting that at all. His last-ditch attempt by Deny really did pay off there. I think that was that 4 seconds, 3 seconds that you got that?
3 seconds left on that clock there.
Oh. So yeah, that is going to mean it's a 2-1 lead overall to apeX. Now Deny getting right back into this. This is, of course, the best out of 5, and therefore apeX are still on match point and still could potentially win this in the next game, which is going to be a search and destroy. So please stay tuned while we go for a quick break. Here we go into round number 4, Search and Destroy on Carbon, continuing this Vanity Weekend Cup. 99 teams whittled down to just Deny and apeX.Divinely. Playing for a little bit of fun, but there's that added bonus where the winner will be receiving 4 evil sticks to actually play with. Let's jump aboard with the top team. It's going to be Imperial Dust that I'm watching, and following the 4-3 victory that we saw apeX take before, do you think it's going to be a similar story here?
I don't know. I think it's going to be a very close game anyway. The only thing that separated the two sides so far was that lockdown CTF. Now, Dunk's actually going for a pre-spray on that wall, getting a couple of hit markers. I don't suppose he'll be happy that he didn't actually manage to pick up a kill. That was extremely unlucky there. But we saw the other Search and Destroy very close, and of course Deny taking the bootleg capture the flag in dying seconds of that game as well. So who knows? Hopefully good comeback coming up here from Deny, of course, in this best of 5 series. It is first 2-3, maps won, and apeX actually won the first 2, so who knows?
And what you have got to bear in mind, Deny are only actually playing with 2 of the Deny squad. They've got 2 pickups on the team in Imperial Dunks and Farley NYC, which are 2 really good players in themselves, so you can't really hold that against them, but this isn't technically their full lineup. No,
that'll only show really on some sort of things where they go for setups more than anything. I don't suppose it really makes too much of a difference on Search and Destroy. It's mainly just the capture the flags, but I have seen about on YouTube really that these people do play with each other. I mean, despite being in other teams, they're sort of the 2 teams that come together when other team members aren't online and sort of play together.
Yeah. Well, it is going to be 1 round going towards apeX, so a good start for them. We'll stick on board with Deny, see what's going to happen here. And let's switch things up. We've watched Anguish quite a bit. Let's try and find a player that we haven't cast much of. And we saw him earlier on in this best of 5, but we're not seeing much of Grizzly so far. So he's actually made this huge push to the mid-map, dangerously staying next to that car, which could blow up any second, so wisely avoiding it.
Yeah, he's just spotted another player there, MLX in the middle map, takes him out, but quickly getting taken out by Quickie there, unfortunately. Grizzly actually seems to play really well on the bootleg capture the flag, constantly getting 2-3 pieces, 2 or 3 down from apeX as well, so he was a very big contributing factor as to why they actually managed to win that bootleg capture the flag. And unfortunately getting taken out in the middle map. I mean, that's the problem with having an unsilenced gun in the middle map nowadays. If you've got a red dot, players are just going to be all over it.
Yeah, well, let's see what Dunks can actually do here. It's Finn Farley left up against Tap Out and Quickie. Tap Out and Quickie collectively have picked up 5 kills, but Farley and Dunk 1 between them. So, judging off that, it's not looking good for him. Quickie takes out Dunk. It's all up to Farley now, and he's going to have to come big for his team, because if he loses this, then it's going to mean apeX are already halfway there to securing the overall win in this best of 5.
Yeah, he was just getting an overall view of the map at the minute, obviously just waiting for a member of the apeX team to poke themselves out, but to be honest, I cannot see that happening now. He's just giving us a flash of his extremely high sensitivity there as well. As he runs down that left, unfortunately getting taken out by Tap Out. He just begged the question, if he'd have stayed up there 5 seconds longer, would he have taken out Tap Out?
Maybe. It's always one of them things, it's so typical, and every player says it. You could be sat in a corner for like 5 minutes of a game, but it's that 1 second when you actually turn away, that's when they're going to appear.
Yeah, unfortunately. Now we're going to change team now and go on board with the apeX team, who are currently leading this Search and Destroy 2-0, and as Rel said, they are halfway home already, bearing in mind they only need to win this map as well. The next map that apeX win does mean that they win the overall tournament. Of course, this Weekend Cup being whittled down 99 teams down to the all-important number 1 spot. The winners take home, or get sent to their home anyway, 4 Evil Sticks. Of course, this tournament being powered by Evil Gaming controllers.
Okay, so let's see what Quickie can actually do here. He has picked up the bomb. I'm watching him now as he's just looking there in that bottom building, hoping that someone's going to show themselves, because he's looking in what is actually quite a popular spot. You'll often see it, someone just poking behind. I'm trying to think, as I'm talking, I'm trying to think what to call that thing. Is it a generator, I suppose? It seems a long call out. He's behind generators.
Well, I have heard a lot longer call-outs, to be fair. Some people do use some insanely long call-outs, and I just think that is not beneficial to you in-game whatsoever. But there we go, it's just whatever comes naturally to people, I suppose. Quickie trying to throw a couple of stuns down this left-hand road, just seeing if there's anybody